Outlines the use of the orthodromic snare for LV lead placement in a CS anomaly patient. The lead goes in retrograde into the target vein ultimately. So previously failed implant, we had access in the middle cardiac vein and used a support wire shown here. That's the Cook Amplatz support wire to stabilize. We brought the vein selector out to get a better look to see what the CS looked like. And you can see that the CS is extremely atretic, effectively no CS. So, and there's directly into the CS. And we did this using the vertebral shape vein selector. So we went back down into the middle cardiac vein, and from here you can see that the entire lateral wall drains into the coronary sinus via the middle cardiac vein. So the goal then is to get a wire through the collaterals back around and use the snare technique. And you can see here that the wire isn't going where we want it to go, and so that's why it's important to puff a little contrast. Now there's where we want to be. We changed angulations and used the vertebral shaped vein selector, and here you can see the wires being coaxed around and through the collaterals, and a little puff of contrast confirms, and now we're back into the CS. By the time we got back into the CS, the wire was the end of it was fairly well bent, so we used this microcatheter here, advanced it through the vein selector over the wire, and then exchanged for a new straight wire. It was easier to advance into the open snare. We then closed the snare on the wire and remove the vein selector, remove the microcatheter, and now we're bringing the lead into the target vein retrograde. So it's the orthodromic snare technique, because we're using a short wire and we're snared here, but the lead is entering the vein retrograde. Now you only want to do this when you have a very, very large collateral like we had here. Otherwise it'll get stuck out there towards the apex. So ultimately we had QLVs in the range of 150, and if you're interested in the details of how to implement the orthodromic snare technique, they can be found on the YouTube channel called BIVTIPS. Hope you find this helpful. Thank you.